Hi everyone, this is Rachel. I'm the lead sitter at College Nannies, Sitters and Tutors, Prior Lake and Lakeville branch, and I'm coming at you today with another craft tutorial video. Now, I remembered that Mother's Day is approaching. It'll be on May 9th this year, I believe, so I thought it would be fun to make a craft that a child could give to someone special to them in their life. And so what I have for you today is a handprint candle holder. Alright, so for our candle holder, we are going to need 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of salt, 1/4 to 1/2 cup of lukewarm water, a plate, some paint. I just have acrylic paint, a paintbrush, something to mix with. You can see I'm using a fork, and a mixing bowl. Alright, so our first step is we're going to want to mix together 1 cup of flour with 1/2 cup of salt. I'm going to mix that together really well. And this is the basis for our salt dough. You could also use air dry dough if you have that on hand, but a lot of people have salted flour and water, so that works too. Alright, once this is all mixed together, we're going to take our water. The recipe I'm following says to use lukewarm water, and it says you'll need 1/4 to 1/2 cup. So I'm going to start using just 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to start off mixing with my little fork here, and then I'm going to switch to just kind of kneading it with my hands. The recipe says you don't want this to be really sticky. So if it's sticky, that means you have too much water. Alright, yeah, I'm going to get in there with my hands. It should have a very kind of Play-Doh-y texture to it. Alright. The recipe says to knead this for about 10 minutes or until it's all very mixed together. I think I am going to go ahead and add another 1/4 cup of water, so I'll be right back. Alright, I got a 1/4 cup of water more, but what I think I'm going to do is add this gradually because I don't want to add too much water. So we'll add just a little bit at a time and mix with our hands. Alright, we have successfully made our ball of salt dough. Now, if you're doing this with little kids, you're probably not going to need this much dough for 1 candle holder because kids' hands are small. Now, I'm doing it with my hand, which is obviously much larger than a child's hand. So I'm gonna work with what I have. I might take some away if I feel I need to, but basically what I'm gonna do is flatten this out until it is at my desired thickness, and I want it to be big enough so that my whole hand can leave an imprint. So let's flatten it out. And this has been transferred to the plate now as well. If you want to, you could use a rolling pin to do this, but hands work just as well. Alright, I think I have this big enough so that my hand can go on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick which hand I want to use, put it firmly on the dough, and using my other hand I'm going to press to leave an indent. Make sure you press on all the little fingers because you want to leave that nice handprint. Alright, here you can see my handprint. Now this is a candle holder, so what we want to do is take our tea light. Now you can use an actual tea light for this, I'm just using a battery powered tea light. And you're going to place it where you want your candle to go. So I'm going to put it right in the palm. And then you're going to make an indent with that. Now this will shrink slightly when it dries. So you should kind of wiggle the tea light around a little bit so that the indent is bigger than the tea light. Alright. Now I have my handprint with my indent for my light, and I am going to let this dry overnight or possibly longer, and I will see you then. Hello again. So I let this sit overnight plus some, and I still think it could use some more time to dry, but for the sake of this demonstration, we're just going to go ahead and continue with our process. I will say one thing I really like about this salt clay is, it's hard to tell in the video, but it almost looks like sand, which is really cool, like hardened sand. But anyways, once your handprint with the candle imprint is dry, you can take your paint. I'm using some yellow acrylic paint, and you can decorate it. Now what I plan to do is just paint over the handprint to make it more obvious. So I'm just going to put the paint right on here and spread it around with my paintbrush. Alright everyone, so here is my finished handprint candle holder. Now let's get the little candle in it. Ta-da! So again, this is a super cute, simple, fun craft that you can make with the kids. And this would be a great gift. As I said, Mother's Day is coming up, but you could give it to, any loved one of the child's. Just a super sweet keepsake that can be used to hold candles. Alright, I hope you have a great rest of your days, and we'll see you next time.